one person for facilitation. He has to climb the ladder and set up everything. Welcome back to Yoga Express. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. At the request of my crew, and definitely at my request too, we actually had Pilin Anice come back on our show. So we really appreciate the last time you were with us, Pilin. It was a wonderful workout. I feel so fortunate because I actually got to demonstrate your instructions, and you really took me through a beautiful, simple, gentle, deceptively gentle stretches, but then actually it felt really wonderful. Pilin Anice she has a really wonderful, very interesting website, very colorful website. Pilin is not only a yoga teacher, you're also a holistic nutritional counselor and a holistic counselor as well.
Right.
So you do have a lot of background in Ayurveda,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's why you kept mentioning Vata and the
Yes.
different doshas, the different constitutions. I would, before we move on, I want to thank Alexis, Akram, Miguel, and Corey. Thank you so much for coming back to tape with us. We really appreciate you taking us through. Pilin, would you, in your own words, would you like to remind me and our viewers a little more about yourself and your website? What else? You're also on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and all across social media.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but,
You're like a social media ninja.
Yeah. I've been teaching yoga since 2010.
Okay.
And I've been eating a plant-based diet for almost 20 years. So with my holistic nutrition counseling, I usually will guide people who are looking to not just maybe eat fully a plant-based diet,
Right.
but may just be looking to find ways to bring in more plants into their diet.
You know what? I think I'm going to be one of your clients now. Does that help me lose weight?
Absolutely. I think it
Plant-based?
does. It naturally does help people lose weight because sometimes the high fatty foods like dairy,
Right. That is a
can be a
weakness for me.
contributor to weight, but not all the time. But it just
Right.
depends because the body constitutions are different, so it depends on your body.
Since you are a nutritional expert, tell me one quick question before you get me started for today's movement. Cholesterol, that's always been a concern for me. So is cholesterol only a concern for people who take animal products? Or can your cholesterol go up with plant products too?
It can, but it's very low. It depends on what you're eating because a lot of times it depends on the oil that you're using to prepare your food as well.
Okay.
So there's so many different. It's kind of a loaded question. It's kind of hard to give a simple answer.
Okay.
But essentially, it depends on how it's prepped and how it's prepared.
Okay.
Because if you're
I
eating
think
fried
Right.
broccoli,
Fried
what
broccoli.
are you doing? Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I know I really need to study that a little more to find out a little more
Yeah.
how cholesterol is formed. Because I know cholesterol is an animal product,
Right.
right? It comes
Right.
from animals,
Right.
But even if I stay with mostly plant
There's
products,
different types of cholesterol,
Oh, okay,
right? So there's
okay,
certain
that's what-
types that's from animals and some that you get from plants. So
oh,
it's
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to come back. I need to come to you, and maybe when you come back for one of our food episodes. By the way, for our viewers, just so you know, we are going to be transitioning into Ayurvedic cooking, hopefully in the next couple of months after this episode. So it'll be maybe around early 2019. We are hoping to bring around food episodes. So I know I would love to have Pilin back on that show. And then you can learn. It's not just about the body, not just about nourishing and nurturing the body from the outside, not just with movement and breath, but also from the inside. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Pilin. So today you said we're going to do some standing stretches.
Yeah,
as
so in
well?
our last episode, we focused mainly on seated postures to kind of
Right.
start to create balance to pacify any dryness or stiffness in the body. So today we're actually going to go to a standing position. So we'll start standing.
You did this pounding last time. I still can't get over it. I've been doing this every day since the last week.
So we can start there since I know love it so much.
I
Let's
love
start
it.
there. We'll,
I love
we'll
it.
gently have the feet parallel, hip distance apart. Just roll your shoulders down, soft knees. You can take your palms out, fold your thumbs in, and bend it so we have a nice little fist. We'll just tap out the hips. Good. That's it.
Feels
Feels
good.
nice.
Yeah.
You can take it down a little bit lower if you like. It's like a self massage.
Right.
It's like those chairs that kind of vibrate.
Oh yeah.
Good. Now we'll take one fist and just take it to the back. Right in the back of the shoulder. Yeah. The opposite. Good. Then we'll do the other side.
Is that the Is this similar to the EFT technique? Is that?
I'm
what
not
it is?
sure.
They
Honestly.
talk about emotional freedom technique, EFT, but those points are somewhere in the chest.
In the chest?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So to get started, we're starting the Tadasana pose, and just like we did in the last episode, we started really just starting with moving the joints. So we're going to start the same way. So we're going to just work through a little joint series, just gently sitting the right foot behind you. We're just going to circle out the ankle. Good. So here, just standing up nice and
I
tall.
think I'm getting dyslexic. You said right foot or left?
I'm
You
doing
did
the
say
left.
right, but you're doing left.
I'm
as well,
doing
so
like, you
okay.
know what it is when you teach in front of people,
Right,
you have
right.
to mirror
You
them.
mirror
so I
that.
was mirroring.
Right.
Reverse, go the other way. I do that all the time. It's like, well, which one do I mean? Depends on.
Right.
You can bring your hands to your hips here to ground and to create stability. Let's do the other side.
No, but it's amazing how it's a simple thing, but you know how they say do as I do, don't do as I say, or is it do as I say, don't do? I don't know which way it is, but it's just I heard you say right foot,
then
but
you
I did
left.
what you
Right,
did.
yeah.
With the left foot.
Good. Now gently bring that back. Then we'll relax the arms down and let's just circle the head around. So we did this in our seated posture as well in the last episode, but it's always nice to just begin by moving the head around, and you can imagine you're tracing the sun, a circle with the nose, the tip of the nose, and reverse it. Go the other way. Nice. And then we'll find stillness here, and we'll go with the shoulders. So just taking them up and down. Good. Nice. So here again, you may hear some cracking.
Yeah.
I hear lots of cracking.
I hear that too in me.
And reverse. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
Just creating space, moving the fluid. Say getting everything all buttered up. Good. Now we're going to soften the knees, and we're going to bring the palms right on top, and we're just going to circle the knees around.
Oh, my dance teacher used to do this. He
Mm.
would always get us started. I mean, I'm not really a dancer, but I think it was part of a yoga school,
Mm-hmm.
one of those unlimited yoga classes. So I had to get my money's worth.
All right. I love it.
He would start the practice with knee movements.
Uh-huh. Just circling around.
You're a dancer too, right?
Yes, I have a dance background. Yeah, grounded through the feet. We'll come up. Good. Let's take a breath in. Sweep the arms up. We're going to interlace the fingers and then gently glue your elbows together. And we'll go with the wrists. Glue those wrists together.
I can move it so fast. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll get it.
My whole
Now
arm
wait
is
till I tell you
moving.
to reverse. You're going to really go, what? It's like an IQ test, I say.
Yeah.
And gently go the other way. And this is great for a lot of us who spend a lot of time typing away at a computer.
Right. I'm going to get my granddaughter to do this. It looks like
Mhm.
fun for kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she'll think it looks cool, right?
Yeah.
But it's also beneficial.
Do your little ones do this?
I actually haven't shown her this.
Oh,
she
you should
likes
try
that.
it.
Little
She
shake.
love it.
Good. Slide the hands to the hips, or we'll just get the hips around. So you can see we're just moving through the knee joints. Soften those knees. And these are things that you really can do without a yoga mat like I'm doing, right? You can do this at home. If you're at your desk, you can stand up and need a little space or time. So always have to think
Right.
of these yoga as poses as kind of tools that you could take with you and access them when you need them. No one will look at you crazy or weird.
Right.
If you're standing. And if they do, that's fine.
That's right. That's when we learn to zen them out.
Exactly. Right? Send them out and tell them they should try it too. You know?
Yeah, I
get
remember
moving together.
before we
Nice,
started
release that.
taping today,
Nice,
Alexis,
release.
one of our crew, she told me, Zen, because I was getting all agitated.
Oh, she said, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Gotta come back to your yoga practice. I love the gentle reminders, right? Gotta remind each other.
Yeah.
Good. So here, you just rotating through the spine.
She has a background in dance and theater as well. I was going to
Alright.
actually get her on the mat today,
Yes.
but we didn't have enough mats here.
Clearly. It's fine. And come back. Good. Little shake. Now grounding down through the feet. Let's take a deep breath in. We're going to reach the arms up. Then exhale. We're going to take a nice dive forward. Kick your hips back. Good. Now let's pause in this forward fold for a moment. If you have tight hamstrings, just soften your knees. Really try to relax your head. The tendency is to come here and keep the chin lifted away from the chest, but I really want you to relax it down. Maybe it feels good to grab a hold of opposite elbows and maybe sway side to side, just releasing through the low back. Good. And slowly on your next exhale, just gently release those arms down. Ground and roll. Inhale to rise up, stretch. Arms reach. Good. And exhale, we'll bring it down through the heart. We're just going to move through 3 half sun salutations here. So take an inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, dive forward. Good. Halfway lifting, and you inhale. Hands come to the shins. Lift the heart and the belly. Exhale and fold. Relax. Good. Inhale. Rising up. Stretch. Again, bring it down through the heart. Beautiful. Nice spine. So we'll do that twice more. So this is really grounding your energy and your breath, connecting to the body. It's almost a moving meditation of sorts. Okay? Feel the backs of the legs here as you lift up halfway. Really draw your sit bones back. Press into the shins. Exhale and fold. And lift it up. Inhale. Beautiful. Bottom stretch long. Exhale, bring it down. And let's do one more. So here we're also beginning to heat the body, allowing energy to circulate the prana, the breath. Good. Lifting up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up. Lift. Exhale, bring it down through the heart. Very nice. Inhale, we'll lift up again. And exhale, we're going to take it forward and we're going to come into a lunge position. Good. So we're going to step back with the right leg. I'm just going to lunge here. Nice and easy. So the left knee is in line with the left ankle. The right leg is back. You can loop the shoulders. Now this is really intense for your body. You can always lower gently the back leg down. Okay. So check in, see where your body wants to go. Nice. And just breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. Nice final. So we were in this pose in our sequence before. Right? We got here a little differently this time. So just notice the body here in this pose. Just observing the body. We'll take 2 more. Keep softening the shoulders and lifting the heart. Little cramp?
Yeah.
The breath in. Then exhale, we're going to curl the back toes under and just lift the back leg. And we're going to circle the hips around. That's it. How's that feel? Better?
It's tougher than it looks. You're doing it so comfortably.
But you feel things moving around, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Good. Now from here, we're gonna gently push the back foot forward to come back into your forward fold. So step that right foot back and just relax here. Good. Just notice the effects of that stretch, that lunge. Good. It might have been very intense for you. Right? It's a little bit. Yep. So just connect back to your breath. Soft knees, and we'll roll it up. Take your time. Feel the spine, vertebrae. Stacking one at a time. Nice. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, we'll take it forward. Good. And this time we're going to step it back with the left leg. So coming into that lunge position. Nice, Banu. Good. Making sure that you keep the knee in line with the ankle. So again, an option here. Keep the back leg lifted, which is going to be more intense, or you can lower it down. And that's fine, right? You always want to check in with your body. Knowing also, every time that you come to the mat, it's going to be different. Some days you may feel a little more fiery.
Right.
And we're going to keep the leg up. Some days you want something a little more restorative. You can just lower the leg, and you're still getting the benefits of the pose. So just softening the shoulders, continuously lifting through the heart. 2 more. Follow the breath in. Last one, breath in. Exhale to curl the back toes under, gently lift the back leg. And we'll just circle around. And reverse. Beautiful. And gently pausing, tighten through your pelvic floor. We'll step the back foot forward and fold. Nice. And again, hold there. Relax the head. Relax neck and shoulders. Nice, Bono. Maybe shake it out, yes or no. Really nice. And always at home, if you have tight hamstrings and it's challenging for you to do the forward fold, keep your knees soft, right? Nice. And gently release the arms. And we'll slowly roll it up, just like we did before. Take your time. Beautiful. Sliding the hands to the hips. Gonna move into a warrior pose from here. So just start by grounding down through the feet. Gonna step the right foot back behind you. And just gently ground the back heel. So spin that right heel down with the pinky toe edge of the foot is pressed into the mat. And gently slide the right hip bone forward more. Think about squaring off to the top of the mat. See if you can soften through the left knee. Get a little bit deeper. Again, making sure that the knee is in line with the ankle. So if you look down and you can't see your toes, you've probably gone too far. So look at your body in space. Another thing we like to do is allow our yoga practice to cultivate body awareness. Okay. Soft shoulders. Like I was saying in our last episode too, you like to do a little mental scan. Whenever I'm in a posture, I like to check in. You know, you learn about your body. So I'm usually here. Right?
Right. Oh,
especially when I'm outside. And when the
yeah.
weather's getting colder, I walk around like this and I have to check in. I'm like, oh, Pilin, your shoulders are up to
It's
your
good
ears.
to have those reminders.
You just have those reminders.
Absolutely.
And you begin to learn how to remind yourself of that when you notice how you're moving.
Right.
Good. So I'm going to stay with it. Let's take 3 more here. So continuously grounding. Good. I love to keep the hands on the hips here to really feel that rooting, that planting, the energy. Same thing as while you're planting, you find that lift up from the hip points, right? So the spine is long, heart is open. Nice. Take 1 more. Breath in. And exhale, we're going to gently come forward to frame the left toes. Lift the right heel up. We're coming into scissor stretch, Parsvottanasana. So hop the back foot in. Gonna hop that right foot in. Try to ground the heel. Good. And then make sure that the toes are facing forward towards the top of the mat. Now, if the hamstring is tight, you're going to want to soften that left knee more. But try to get the back leg to be straight. Now, try to square the hips off by plugging the left hip bone back, and then begin to work to straighten that leg while you extend the heart down towards the toes, crown of the head towards the mat, thinking of lengthening the spine. Beautiful pose, Banu. Nice. How do your hamstrings feel? Feeling it? Right on
I
that
feel
left
it.
side,
I
yeah?
feel it, and
Yeah.
it feels good.
Uh-huh. Such a nice stretch. It's one
It
of my
is.
favorites. And there's also a pose where you kind of notice the subtleties of the body. Like if you
Right.
really start to shift that left hip bone back and work to pull the right forward, you get another level, another dimension.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also I notice my balance.
Yeah, you notice your
Is-
balance
is
and
a-
where you need to pull in as against
Right.
the core. How we talked about the
Yeah.
last episode too. Yeah.
That's right. In the previous episode, you mentioned how the core was the center of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, just going to step the right foot next to the left. Again, we're in that fold. Ground down, rise up. Inhale, lift, stretch up. Exhale, we'll bring it down through the heart. Maybe just take a moment to pause and notice the residual effects of that stretch, that little sequence we went through. Good. And then exhale, we'll slide the hands back down to the hips, ground through the feet, lift up out of the hip points and slide the left foot back. So we're going into that warrior pose on the other side. So you're going to find a nice wide stance here, but also balanced and grounded. So the back heel spins down, softening through the front knee, left hip bone jogs forward. Good. Lift up, rocks the shoulders. Beautiful. Nice. Good. Continuously breathing and stretching. Good. Can you relax the shoulders more? Get in here too, see if I can get a little something going on. So again, keep rooting. I really like to even visualize, the feet with roots grounding you down to the center of the earth. It's so nice to do grounding practices, especially before the holidays when
Right.
things are gonna get really crazy for some of us, right? So you can allow your practice on your mat to create balance, to keep you rooted and planted in a time when everything is in the air.
Right. I know it. Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah.
all those coming up.
Yeah. And one more breath in. Good. Exhale. So we stay in these poses for just a little while, right? We don't want to rush it. We want to allow to build the heat, to allow the energy to circulate so we can get into the juiciness of the pose. And then gently hop the back foot in. So we're coming into Parsvottanasana on the other side. So the toes are again facing forward towards the top of the mat. Keep that right knee soft to start and just plug the right hip bone back. I want you to think about squaring and lengthening the heart. And then begin to stretch out the leg. Good. And your leg may not straighten out completely. But that's okay. Don't push it. I have a teacher who always reminded us that when it comes to finding the depth of a pose, on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to hover it like a 6, 5 or 6, maybe a 7, but you never want to go to an 8 or 9, 10. It's too much. Overstrains the body. You should never leave a yoga practice feeling like a painful sore.
Right.
It's no good.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
So you want to give the body just enough. And the hamstrings are one of those places where we can overstretch. And you'll know in the morning when you overstretch your hamstrings. I've done it before. It's not pleasant. Take 2 more. Breath in. Exhale. So staying mindful, staying compassionate to the body. And breathing gently. And exhale. We'll push off the back foot and let that left foot step next to the right. Ground down. Inhale. Rise up. Stretch the arms. Again, exhale, bring it down through the heart and just be mindful and notice. Beautiful. Then here on the exhale, we're going to bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. You're going to draw your shoulder blades together, and we're going to begin to hinge forward, allowing the wrist to lift up away from the low back. Relax the head. Now your wrist may not get as high as mine are, right? That's okay, depending on how open those shoulders are. Good. Beautiful, Bandhan. Good. Continuously lengthening the arms, opening through the chest. One more. And then keeping the arms and the fingers interlaced, we're going to begin to lift up without letting that go. Keep grounding through the feet. And then gently we're going to press down, so just reverse, taking a little heart opener. Good. So that should feel really nice across the chest. Good. And this is good to open the shoulders because, again, another thing that we do, not only are our shoulders up to their ears, but our shoulders are also rounded forward, right? Because we're in front of computers or we have phones and we're texting. So this is great to just kind of counter that. Take one more if you can. And then come out. Very nice. Beautiful. And just take a moment to pause and feel. Relax the arms, come into Tadasana. You feel that kind of reverb afterwards, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. And we're going to end with a grounding tree pose. So hands to the hips. Take a moment to focus your eye gaze at one spot. It's not moving. Just finding that focal point, and we'll begin to shift the weight over to the left foot and just lift the right off the mat. Grow up nice and tall. And just like in that warrior pose when we were grounding down through the hip points and lifting out of the waist, you're going to fan the knee open to the side. So if the foot will come to the ankle. Option here to keep your toes connected for this first round here as we start. And if you're feeling stable here and you want to go deeper, you can always lift the foot up a little higher to the ankle joint or maybe to the calf. Some of the seasoned yogis may want to bring the foot above the knee joint and towards the inner thigh, or you're welcome to stay right where you are.
I don't know about the season part, but I want to give it a shot.
Going to give it a shot? Yeah. Give it a shot, see if it works. It's always nice to challenge yourself.
It's just that once I'm up there, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it up there is a tough part.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah. And you can bring the hands to the heart. Keep growing up tall, lifting. Good. One more. Big breath in. And then exhale. We're going to slowly release it down. And take your time. Feel the right foot on the earth or the ground. And take a cleansing breath in. And a cleansing breath out. Good. We'll bring the hands back to the hips, soften the shoulders. And this time we're rooting down through the right foot as you connect to your drishti, that point of focus. Shift it over, begin to lift. Good. Knee stands open to the sides, open foot to the ankle. You're welcome to take a little higher if you like. Slowly release it down. Take your time. Release the arms. To stand. We'll take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up. Then exhale. Just want you to release it down. Good. Let's do that twice more. Breath in. Reach up. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Lift up. Exhale. Beautiful. And roll it up. Hands to the heart.
I'd like to thank our wonderful crew, Miguel, Akram, Alexis, and Corey. Thank you so much for staying with us. On behalf of all of us, we'd like to thank Pilin Anice. Check out her website, Pilin, right there, anice.com. Stay in touch with Pilin. She's not just a yoga teacher and an amazing yoga teacher at that. She's also a holistic counselor, nutrition counselor. I really like that. Tell me something, just for our viewers, but also not just for our viewers, for me too. You know, when you were talking about balancing, I find that if I go straight, and tell me if that's counterproductive, go directly into the full posture if I can, because I'm not able to hold it for too long. When I go gradually.
When you go gradually.
Right.
That's the word.
Because I've already,
right?
right,
So
I need to work on that.
You work on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another thing is we're so used to coming into tree pose really quickly.
Right. And then it's tough. Yeah.